Well, welcome to Barefoot Education for Africa Trust, in short, BEAT. We exist as BEAT for the purpose of advancing African society through education that is available for ordinary African citizens. So it's barefoot education mainly because it's high-level education available to anyone, anywhere, in any language. You don't need formal education. It is intended for families and communities to adopt new technologies, new ideas to advance their own lives. So welcome to BEAT, and we are ready to explain to you what we do and why we exist.
And, thank you, Rob. Can you please introduce yourself and explain to us what you mean by barefoot education?
So my name is Mandibamba Rukuni, Mandi for short. I'm the lead faculty at BEAT. We've got a small team but powerful team. And barefoot education, as I was alluding to, is really education for transformation. This is education intended for anybody and everybody to be able to build their confidence in learning how to learn. We use barefoot education to help people to discover themselves, to build their self-confidence, to build their self-reliance, and also to build the capacity to create ideas, to innovate, and to coexist with others and achieve higher goals of society. So that's barefoot education.
Thank you. Also, if you can explain your purpose as barefoot education as a whole.
As BEAT, yes, and Dr. Mebo Wungwe will be able to do that more effectively.
Well, when I listen to what Pop has just said, to me, BEAT is about giving it back to the rural communities, appreciating that they have knowledge and also providing more knowledge for them to be able to function in their society. We believe at BEAT that knowledge is created by rural communities themselves, and we just come in to be facilitators. So we believe we are development facilitators, and as community development facilitators, we are just there to ensure that we are able to provide that capacity to rural communities. But we just don't stop at rural communities. We also work all the way from foundational learning all the way to PhD level. So we, as BEAT, we are not just dealing with barefoot learning, but we are appreciating that a lot of our rural communities have a lot of knowledge which hasn't been appreciated by a lot, but we believe that we can support them in ensuring that that knowledge is put to great use in their communities and to develop their communities.
Oh, that's all good there. So, can you also please explain, as the innovators of barefoot education, how it is important and its value to the community?
Sure. Before George comes in, I'd just like to emphasize that at BEAT we believe that knowledge only exists as the point of action. So in our families and communities, they already have knowledge. They're already applying what they know. That's knowledge. So if they're going to advance on that knowledge, our belief is that any new information that comes to them has to be interrogated by them, has to be co-created, so to speak, at the point of action. So it is very important when we create our interaction with the community that actually in all the areas from agriculture, issues around environment, health, education, the economy, local economy, all that is going to be co-created between what we offer as BEAT and what the community are already using. So, and I'm sure George has more to say along those lines.
Thank you so much. My name is George Mapope. I'm one of the faculty members of BEAT. Barefoot education is an important form of education in the sense that it enables communities, whether rural or urban, to access knowledge and information which would rather be inaccessible to them outside the formal institution system. So barefoot education enables them to get knowledge, to experiment it, and to create new knowledge without engaging the formal education system, which may not be accessible to them because of costs or educational qualifications or any other things like that. And in addition to that, barefoot education is also important because rural communities mostly, which are probably the greatest recipients of our form of education, they do not have access to formal institutions, and they also do not have the resources that are needed for those systems. So barefoot education enables them to at least be educated and also to demand the form of knowledge that they need for their own advancement rather than a take it or leave it basis, which is synonymous with formal education system.
So as Beats, can you please explain some of your flagship programs and what is their reach?
Sure. At BEAT, we are operating not just at community level in Zimbabwe and other African countries. We have programs, as Mabel was explaining, which go all the way up to PhD. We believe that we are going to transform education at the very primary level, at family and community level, but all the way up to PhD level. So at PhD level, we already have PhD programs running on leadership for Africa's development through research. We have 2 universities who are participating in University of Africa in Zambia and National University of Science and Technology in Bulawayo in Zimbabwe, just to give you an idea of the high level education. But we also have probably our main flagship program that cuts across most of the countries is our strengthening agricultural policy practice in Africa, where we are working currently in 4 countries, soon to expand to 12 countries. And basically, it's about strengthening the capacity, not just to formulate good agricultural policies in African countries, but also implementing those policies for improving capacity of agriculture in those countries. In addition, I would say our programs are therefore spread against maybe 8 or so academies, of which maybe 4 are our main academies. The Academy of Agribusiness is one of our flagship ones. We have the Academy of Land Governance, in fact Land Policy and Governance. And then we have the Academy of Leadership and Policy, out of which we do the strengthening for agricultural policy in Africa. And finally, we have the Academy of Alternative Education for Transformation, where we push alternative extension systems for Africa and agricultural innovation systems for Africa.
Thank you. Also, I would like to know the type of impact that you have on the nation and the community, and who is your target audience for your program?
Take for instance the land policy program, land policy and governance program. Clemens will talk about that and the kind of impact we're having in several countries in Africa.
Yeah, my name is Clemens Titi here, and I'm very, very particular about the tips that you leave the key that you when we look at the programming, our programming does not only impact Zimbabwe but Africa as a whole. For example, the Land Academy, which is talking about, we have some courses, some short courses on land. These short courses assist several people, several African countries in the administration of the administration of land, and especially those that work in government, those that work in regional bodies in terms of land management. You also talk of SAPA, the Student Agricultural Policy Practice in Africa. It's a program which is looking at student agricultural policy in the whole of Africa. And we are dealing with government, non-governmental organizations, farmer organizations, and several other organizations in terms of enhancing or developing the agricultural practice in Africa. So our impact cuts across countries and cuts across regions. Our impact goes down from the government down to the farmer who is on the ground, because the program aims at enhancing productivity. So it cuts across all levels of development.
And starting in 2016, we have a full bouquet of leadership development programs. And these are going to be really key in pushing the transformational agenda of BEAT. And I'll ask El Nathan to just explain a little bit about the leadership programs that will be available to all forms of organizations and individuals starting 2016.
My name is El Nathan Cuomo. Yes, and as Prof has alluded to, actually alluded to leadership training, which we're going to be having starting 2016. We'll be having we're training any organization, any organization which feel that they want to be trained, whether in a house or they want to be trained in our premises or wherever we can train them. We've got different packages. We've got packages for the executive. We've got packages for the middle management and just the general workers. So we've got every package, everything which you might need, which you might want as an organization. We can train that, and we have that. And if you want to come and know more about our organization, we'll be posting and we'll be putting in the press some details in the courses which we're going to be teaching, and we'll be having free courses each month. We'll be having maybe about one course each month, free course, so that people may know and appreciate the work which we're going to be doing.
Yes. And we also have Rudo, who is in our finance and admin department, but really understands how BEAT tries to communicate and get across to our various clients and beneficiary groups. And Rudo will add on to what El Nathan has just explained.